Hey guys, what's up? Time for another convention story time. Before I jump in really fast, I just want to remind you guys that I am now reading your stories on the show as well as my own. For details on how to do that, how to get your story on the show, just check the description of this video. But I don't want to dwell on that for too long, so let's get into the story. There's actually two stories I want to tell today, both of them from Youmacon, and they both relate to each other, which is why I'm telling them both in this story time. This is Youmacon 2015, like I said, and here, okay, it starts on Friday night. Drew and I decide that we're going to go outside. We were up in the smoking area. Neither of us smoke. It's just there's a really good view up there, and from that area you can see the waterfront or the riverfront or whatever it is right outside the hotel. And we could see that there was a bunch of people gathered there in cosplay, a bunch of stuff going on, and we're always trying to find new stuff to record to either make our vlogs interesting or make our music videos look good, like with some cool outside cosplay shots. So we decide we're gonna go down there and head out. It takes a while to get there, but eventually we make it outside, and you gotta walk across the street to get over to this waterfront area. So we can see cosplayers over there, and we start to cross over. I was recording a little bit, but I stopped recording before this incident actually happened, so I don't have video of it. But we walk across the street, and almost as soon as we get across the street, I'm guessing because of our cameras, but I'll explain more into that in a minute. As soon as we get across the street, these two guys, who are clearly not there for the con, which obviously we're out in the city now. I mean, we're right outside the con, but like it's right there. But we are outside the actual building for the con. These two guys, clearly not there for the con, extremely obvious, come up on us. And they're like, hey, take my picture. You have to take my picture, man. You got to take my picture. Like talking to me and Drew. And so we're like, sometimes people do this, and we just take a picture and then delete it later and walk off. So we take his picture and we're like, alright, hopefully he'll go away and so we can walk off and go record cosplayers. And then he's like, he tells Drew, he's like, no man, you gotta get my picture with this guy, you gotta get my picture with him. And so he puts his arm around me and tries to get in close up on me. And I'm like kind of shifting to the side. We're not trying to make any confrontations here because we don't know these people. These are not people for the con. So I kind of shift to the side a little bit while his arm's around me so I'm not up near him in case this guy is trying to pickpocket me, this seems extremely obvious that this is probably what they were trying to do. I didn't even have anything in my pockets, but I still kind of shift to the side a little bit just so it's harder for him to reach my pockets without being extremely obvious about it. And Drew takes the picture, and then he didn't get anything, so then he's like, oh man, well, let me take a picture with him. And he's talking about Drew. So Drew actually, he does the same thing. Drew realized the same thing as me, and he's clearly like trying to get away from this dude. And he goes and puts his arm around him and everything. And I take the picture, and then he is like, this guy is just so drunk. You can smell it on him. And he's like, oh man, that was awesome. Yeah, those are awesome pictures. We didn't even show him the picture. And he's like, you guys are what makes Detroit great. You guys are awesome. And then Drew goes, we're from Indiana. And he's like, I can't remember what he said at that point, but they like walked off. And it wasn't scary, like it happened so quick, but it was definitely interesting. I definitely think they were trying to pickpocket us. Both of us thought the same thing, or try to steal something, because we had our big cameras. They're obviously pretty decently professional cameras, and they're on glide cams, which makes them look even more professional. So it'll obviously make you think that we probably have money or have something on us, which we don't. We're broke as crap. They didn't know that, but anyway. So I really think they were trying to pickpocket us. Me and Drew talked about it for like the next, 20 minutes. It was all we could talk about. It was so weird. We did record cosplayers and stuff and ended up going back in. But on to the second story, which is connected, because I think this has to do with the same guy, but I'm not sure. So it's Saturday night. I have no footage of this either. Was at the end of the rave on Saturday. We didn't stay the whole time, but we stayed for a while. So this is like, early in the morning Sunday. So actually like, 2, 3 a.m. Sunday. And we're walking out of the rave to leave. We're done. And as we're walking out as a whole group, I'm in front leading the group, and no cameras or anything this time. I swear the same guy from the night before. He might have been different. I don't know. I try not to get a good look at him, and we deleted the picture of him because we don't want this dude's picture on our cameras. I swear though it was the same guy. Comes up to me. Now he's in the hotel, in the con. Again, clearly not here for the con. He comes up on me really fast, puts his arm around me, and is like, hey, you're done in the rave? You're leaving? And I'm like, yeah, I'm done. And then he's like, why don't you let me get your badge then? Why don't you give me your badge so I can go in there? You're not using it anymore, right? And I was like, no, I don't think I can do that. And apparently Chris told me, my brother, afterwards that he had a friend with him who I didn't even see, who while he went to me, the friend was like, I'm gonna go try that guy, and went off to grab somebody else. And so they were trying to get into the rave. They were trying to get somebody's badge because they don't have a badge. They're not there for the con, but they security wouldn't let them in the rave without a badge. So I'm like, no, you can't have my badge. And he's like, why not, man? You don't need it. Like, starting to get angry. And the only way I got him off me was to go, look, it's a press badge. I have to have it for tomorrow. Like, it's not a normal badge. And he was just like, oh, all right. And he gets off of me and immediately goes and grabs somebody else. So I'm pretty sure it was the same dude. It was kind of weird and kind of creepy. My brother who was behind me, he was like, and I think the other guys too, they were like, but I know my brother told me this. He said that when he saw the guy come up, he was ready. He was like, oh man, he was watching close to see if anything happened, like if the guy tried to do something, but he didn't. He was just talking. And same thing, both nights, he just tried to talk his way into stuff or tried to get close to us. It was really weird. I haven't experienced something like this at a con before, which I've been to a lot of cons, so a lot of the same weird things will happen over and over again, but this is not something that ever really happens. Random people not from the con. I mean, I've had problems with people who aren't there for the con before, who are just kind of weird or don't really know what's going on, but I've never had one come up to me like this and put their hand on me or do anything like that. Like I said, the way we are, we weren't trying to get mean with this guy. We just, try to move him on so that we could just go on our way and not have any type of confrontations, not trying to mess up our weekend or get into anything. So let me know in the comments below, have you guys experienced anything similar to this at cons? And if you have, and you have one that's really interesting, and you want me to read it on the show, go ahead and go to the description like I said before, and you'll see details on how to get it on the show. And like I said, if it's interesting enough, it'll definitely be on here. So go ahead and do that. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching this video. Also, let me know in the comments, do you think that this guy was trying to pickpocket us on the first story? Or what do you guys think of just about all of this? Let me know in the comments. Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Hey guys, thanks for watching this story time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, as it does help a lot. I linked annotations to older story times if you want to check those out. If you want your story to be featured on Convention Storytime, read the description for all the details on how to do that. There's also an annotation for the Convention Reviews merch shop, where you can get shirts, hoodies, phone cases, and more. Don't forget to stay positive and always follow your dreams. See you in the next video.